Guys,
I am Janae Struther.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. You need to fight me. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Struther.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football. You already know what time it is.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on, baby. Still rocking it.
Ladies and gentlemen. You already know what time it is. Don't act like you don't know. We're here a little early today, but it's okay.
We here.
We couldn't go on yesterday, so we need you guys to join in today. Today it's going down.
Oh yeah. And look, let me partially apologize for that. One of the teams that was playing on Sunday, unfortunately, their Cinderella season, it struck midnight. The carrots turned into a pumpkin, and my baby's team lost. So it was a somber mood in this area the last couple of days. Okay, and I felt bad today. I felt bad because we had that talk last week about how I was kind of feeling a little bitter, and now I'm like, dang, I didn't want this. But we'll get into it.
That's it. We're gonna get into it. You already know what's up, Scott. Scott's like, go Chiefs, let's do it.
I see it.
We all know Sean had to feel it yesterday, so y'all know he had to take the day off. First time seeing his wife, he come back home and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about that Detroit. We're gonna talk about it.
Come on. Great games. I was disappointed
this weekend.
But I was excited about what we saw though.
Let's go. You already know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get the show started. So let's go ahead and do it. I am Janae Struther.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
Yeah.
The best show in Northern Virginia. If you haven't heard, now you know. We talked this beautiful game of football, and we had a dynamic weekend, Sean. I don't care what nobody says. Definitely some shockers this weekend.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I'm gonna tell you, when we go on this show, we try to predict it and give our 2 cents on what we think happened. I'm gonna tell you something. I could not have predicted what happened in these games. I couldn't, even if we might have been right on some of how it went. The way that the games played out, it was like, oh, snap! What? You know what I mean? With what's the name? San Francisco going down 24-7 to the Lions.
Coming back from halftime, looking rejuvenated and getting the job done, man. We're going to talk about it, Sean, because
we're going to get into that.
It was crazy. But welcome to Let's Talk Football, man. You already know what we do. You already know. Oh, did they get married? I think he knows who we're talking about. I think we know who you're talking about.
We're going to bring him up. Oh, we're going to bring him up too. So.
We got it on the list, Scott, man. You already know. Sean, we got to get into the first topic today. It went down.
Yeah, it did. Let's get into that topic, man. Both of our teams are no longer in, but there's still some teams. Well, that was only 2, but they're in the playoff.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
100%. 100%. Let's we gotta talk about it because our teams did not win a game. So let's talk about it. Championship weekend, man. Championship weekend. It went down. Who are we gonna talk about first, Sean?
Let's go with the games as they were played. We got to talk about B. Moore, the number 1 seed, the triple crown on defense. Lamar, this was supposed to be your year.
Anybody checked in on Nathan?
You're right.
A resident B. Moore fanatic. Man,
he tuned out. I saw it on Facebook. He tuned out.
I know
mid-4th.
I know.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Janae. For me, it's easy to say the Chiefs beat them. It's easy to say this is the Chiefs. This is what they do. But in reality, in my opinion, that what the Chiefs did was they just had composure. They had the experience. They have been there before. What killed the Ravens wasn't necessarily their play, although I will get into that.
Yeah.
More so, it was their composure. You have Zay Flowers with the taunting penalty and throwing the football down. You know what I mean? You have the 2-3 roughing the passers. The one where it's the offsides penalty where the dude just runs over the offensive lineman.
Absolutely.
It's like these little small things. You can't do those type of things. You know, they are far more important, in my opinion, than even the interceptions and the poor play, you know, of not poor play, but the poor throws of Lamar Jackson in that game. So there's a lot of different.
How are you going to get any better? Like, we're talking about a season where Kansas City didn't look like the normal Kansas City we've already seen. We're talking about a season where Joe Burrow is out. You know, you got to capitalize right now. You're the number one freaking seed, Sean. We got one touchdown out of the number one freaking seed, man. It's just, to me, that sucks.
But the problem is, and all of this, that, you know, they switched their offensive coordinator. Lamar is throwing better and everything like that. They didn't really run the ball.
They didn't use their game plan that they've used all season long.
Right. And to me, this felt like they sat there and they kind of succumbed to all of the hate and all the media talking about, oh, Lamar is he's a running back. He's running back. If it's still working, who cares what they say? Keep running it. I don't care and that's what killed me. They threw the ball. I think Rex Ryan was on one of the shows today talking about they threw the ball 82% of the time. What are you doing?
That's not your game plan. Lamar run the ball. Unless we don't know something about, maybe he was sore or whatever from the last game or whatever. Maybe we don't know something, but you went away from a game plan that literally got you to be the number one seed.
Exactly.
Something you've been doing all season long, running the ball. When Dobbins got hurt, came right back in, still running the ball, still power running the ball. Lamar, that is your game. Sean, I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Not only because I don't want to see the damn Chiefs back in the damn Super Bowl, but I feel like the Ravens, it's got to be coaching. It's got to be coaching. The game plan to come in with not choosing to do the normal game plan. Nobody's been able to stop you from doing your normal game plan. And I feel like for the Super Bowl, because you're playing the Chiefs, you went against that. And then we didn't even recognize the team. We're talking about the number one seed scoring 7 points. Where just last week, Sean, they took over.
Right.
They did what they needed to do.
And that's the thing. You go back to last week, they put up 34. They look great. They shut out the Texans in the second half. And then this game, you're expecting that high-powered offense. And honestly, even on that first touchdown pass, it was a great deep throw. Yes. And Zay Flowers dove and caught it. It was beautiful. He broke out of a sack and was able to make the play. And it was like, okay, MVP Lamar, let's go, give it to him. 100%. But the rest of the game, they continue to try to take those deep shots. And I don't know if you saw Janae, it was just that close. He threw it just overthrew. And those are the type of completions. He sat there and was trying to be Mr. MVP when the run game, when it was working. If you sit there and start running the ball, or even the threat of the run is working, but I'm telling you, you're sitting here trying to go toe-to-toe, pass the ball with Kelce. You can't do that. It's not going to work. And look, we got to shout out Kansas City's defense. Steve Spagnuolo and that defensive
awesome.
They blitzed all the time. They were running all up on Lamar, and you could tell Lamar was uncomfortable. He threw his helmet down. He was just like,
Kansas City had a really good defense this year.
Exactly.
I just think they didn't come in with the game plan. Johnny said Andy Reid was taking everyone's game plan away from them. The other team gets paid also. Yeah, that's so true. Mm-hmm. It's so true. And that's the problem. You literally got so scared of the Chiefs and Andy Reid that you went against your game plan.
Yep.
The way you've been winning.
Yeah.
You know, and then Mark Andrews comes back. Don't get me wrong. Mark Andrews is a beast. He's a beast. But Likely has been doing his thing. Likely has been
Carolina.
Likely has been killing. Why go against? I mean, yes, Andrews is back. Put him in the game plan. I felt like they were trying to do a lot to get Andrews the ball when you've been making it work with Zay Flowers and Likely for the season. Yeah. You think about it. Andrews is coming back. How many games has he been gone? A long time.
Right. They held him back in last week, but he said he was really dire. He really wanted to get back in there.
Look how good they did last week, which is my point. When you get a heavy hitter star to come back, I'm thinking that's got a little something to do with it, man. I'm thinking that it's hard because you do have a Mark Andrews and he is a top tier player. But in my opinion, I just think that you guys already had a game plan. Squeeze Mark Andrews in where you can, but don't make him a factor point. You've been doing this thing, man. I'm telling you, the running game, the fact that they weren't getting it to Zay and Likely like they were supposed to, Zay not catching the balls like he's supposed to.
And that's the point in contention. That's something. Shout out to Lauren saying Ravens got outplayed on both sides of the ball and out coached on both sides. End of story. I don't think that is the end of story. Honestly, I think it wasn't as much out coached because once you get kids on the field, they get hot. You know, and we look at a couple of those penalties. The one with Travis Kelce going back and forth and the dude headbutts him. Travis Kelce was the one talking crap. But everybody knows the only one that gets caught is the second guy that does it. You 100%. Look back at the Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. The Chiefs are.
And I know Zay was beating himself up, but dang, come on, bro.
But this is the thing. That begot the next play.
He caught the ball. You're down.
Right. He's sitting there standing over him, throwing the ball, doing all that stuff.
Meanwhile, the quarterback is in rush mode, hands going. Come on, let's go, push it. Right. And you taking time to flex.
Yeah, man. And I had a problem with that. Because you got to know the situation. You got to know. But he's a rookie. So I mean, I understand. But at the same time, no, you can't because and even the next play, he catches it, goes in there and dives against three guys to the end zone.
Yep.
Sometimes if he makes that, everybody says, "Oh man, what a play!" But my first thought is, dude, you got three guys coming at you. All they're doing is swiping at the ball.
100%.
It's unnecessary risks. Unnecessary risk.
Sean, man, do we have another dynasty on our hands? Is Kansas City the new Patriots?
Look, as long
5 years.
Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, man, as long as they're together, I don't know.
5 years they've been in the AFC Championship, Sean. 4 out of the 5 in the Super Bowl. 2 Super Bowl rings already. 5 years, Sean. And let's flip it over because we got to talk about it. We got to be real on this show.
Yeah, let's get into it.
It's serious about the quarterback situation. Mahomes is really on a whole nother level.
He really is. I mean, you look at his stats, you look at everything that's happened since he's been in the league, and I mean, it compares to Brady, who we all consider the GOAT.
Yes.
I mean, actually, if you look at it, a couple stats are a little bit better. And you have the rings in the first couple years. If he gets this ring, 3 rings in 4 years, something like that, or 3 rings in 5 years. I mean, you got to say it. We got to start calling this guy for what it is. We are watching greatness, and I wish I was a Chiefs fan. I'm not gonna lie, because you got this. This is the Michael Jordan of the sport.
They can be so confident all year.
Yeah.
And Nick Wright from the show, he basically he's been saying this all year. Every year he's got Mahomes at the top of the mountain. He's got Kansas City Chiefs at the top.
You know how he do.
And we're all like, "What in the world? Are you crazy?" But he's not crazy. Just because you got that quarterback.
Yeah.
Mahomes is on a whole nother level. Shout out to Travis Kelce beating the playoffs.
Playoff record.
The record for
most
receiving
receptions.
yards.
No, most receptions.
Oh, most receptions.
Yeah.
Over Jerry Rice. Come on, look how long that record's been.
Right. I mean, I'm telling you right here, if Mahomes retired or got hurt after this game, never plays, he's an instant Hall of Famer. Instant.
Absolutely.
Tell it, man.
No question.
Yes. No question at all.
No question.
No,
the thing is, what we're going to be talking about, because we hope that he never gets hurt. But The thing we're going to be talking about is he going to beat the GOAT that we all know is a GOAT?
Well,
he's on the path. We're talking about 5 years. Tom Brady played 20.
I'm about to say this. That's what I'm about to say. I'm about to say,
if he gets this one, it'll be 3 Super Bowls, Sean.
Right. I'm just saying, till somebody can stop him. I refuse to bet against Patrick Mahomes, period.
Nope. I can't do it.
I can't do it. No, that's what it is. I'm sorry. He's proven me wrong too many times, and I feel like he's right into that same line. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
It is. It is absolutely crazy. But look, actually, one more thing with this, because obviously, since Baltimore was in this game, the topic of discussion coming into this game was far more than the Ravens. It was Lamar. Is Lamar that quarterback? Can Lamar be the championship quarterback? And now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of backlash. And, well, if he was able to complete this pass, if he was able to do this, y'all need to go ahead and quiet that noise. Lamar, honestly, one of the top 5 quarterbacks pound for pound in this game. You want to talk about somebody that's better arm, whatever, this, what have you. This game, in my opinion, was not indicative of Lamar. If they let Lamar do what he does and run the ball, even in the Texas game, they had him running a lot more.
100%.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay? This, to me, is a positive. I'm saying this to Nate. It's a positive because this is a positive for the future. You got young wide receivers. You got guys that have bought into Baltimore. They want to uplift this thing up. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Baltimore might be a threat for the next couple years. And as long as they have Lamar, they have a formidable force, man. They have a legitimate quarterback. But Janae, they got to let the man do what he does. Let Russ cook. Lamar, let him do what he does. Let him rumble,
cook.
Baby.
Let him cook.
Come on.
We got to stop this conversation about Lamar and any other quarterback that is good to say they got to go. Where are they going to go? Yeah. Who are you going to get better? There's only one Patrick Mahomes who's on his own level. I'm not going to now say Mahomes is with any group of people. We can separate Lamar and Josh Allen. We can separate them, but they're on the very next tier. Where are you going to get something else? And your game plan all year was what, Sean? The run game with Lamar. I'm not going to let people blame Lamar, man. Lamar is not the reason. The top quarterbacks ain't going nowhere. Get over that. But, nah. And Lamar, oh boy, this dude is going to have a rough. He really is. It sucks. But I don't think that was his fault.
Yeah.
I don't think that was Lamar's fault.
No.
I think it's coaching.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like I said, 80% of their offense was passing. They ran them. They were the best rushing team in the league throughout this year, and they ran it how often? Like, they didn't run it at all. It's like, what are y'all doing right now?
I mean, Sean, how much? I mean, it sucks. They're going to blame him anyway. Exactly. Yeah. They are going to blame him anyway, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
But the problem that I'm having is this was the year. You still got a number 1 defense. Let's not forget. You have a number 1 defense. Which pieces are going to have to change this year.
But in reality, though, the number 1 defense did hold Patrick Mahomes to 17 points.
Which is my point. When else are you going to have this?
Right.
The season that you're having, you utilizing your dumb running game. Come on, man. The running game. It makes me mad that they did not run the ball.
Yeah.
The Jay Flowers pump, that all that pissed me off. It made me mad.
And I think that at the end of the day was what it was. It was the experience of the Chiefs. The Chiefs didn't make those little errors. They didn't make those, those penalties, those bonehead little quiet mistakes. They did what they do well, and they stuck to it. And they said, if we're going to win, we're going to win with this. If we're going to lose, we're going to lose with this. Yeah. But we're going to be true to ourselves. And I don't think the Ravens were true to something my guy Nate always talks about. I don't think they were true to their identity. Yeah, they weren't true to their identity, man. But look, we got to move on. We got to move on. My headphones went a little wild because I think Kat knew where we were about to go. So she's calling me.
She's about to turn it off.
Right. She's about to shut this whole thing off. So we're going to see how long we can talk about it. Janae, after 32 years, The Detroit Lions went to the NFC Championship game, but unfortunately, they came up short, losing 34-31. But Janae, I think the harder part to deal with is that they came out the gate guns a-blazing.
Boom.
Come on.
First, we're going to shout out Cat.
Come on.
In the freaking Detroit Lions. You got to where you got. It's beautiful that you got there.
Yes.
It sucks that you lost the way you lost. But you came out shocking the world. Sean, I had to tag Kat because we got to make sure she knows we do love her.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But it's going down, Sean. It's going down.
It is. Look, let me just tell you. Let me let y'all know. I knew. See, Kat went to Michigan, so she was amongst the Lions in the Lions' den, if you will.
Yes,
out there hanging out with friends. So, like I told you in the last show, that lessened the blow, but I didn't know how it was going to be when we got home. So I picked her up from the airport and made sure the place looked nice. Had some food for her. Even had some flowers ordered, red roses at the door.
Ooh, gentlemen.
I needed everything to go smooth. And like I told you today, we were good. And she was even fine. She even said, I'm good. I'm not talking about it. And it was right before like the lights went out where she was like, 24-7. We were out 24. I was what do I say? I was like,
What a way to lose, man. That just sucks. Because like you said, they came out of the gate punching, Sean.
Yes.
Back to back touchdowns. They were, like you said, they had 3 touchdowns before the first half was over.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, when you looked at that first half, you just sat there and thought to yourself, it made you look at San Francisco like, are y'all what? Green Bay gave them trouble, and now this, like, wait, what?
Defense
what is going on?
Sideline quiet. It just, it looked bad the first half.
Oh yeah, it did. It looked bad, but Janae, this is not just one half of a game. The Atlanta Falcons wish that they're just one half of a game, but it's a 2-half game. And when they came out in that second half, Janae, I'm not going to lie to you. The score might have said what it said, but I know San Francisco, they got the ball back on the second half, and they just kind of, CMC got cooking. Debo started getting the ball. You had that the throw that should have been picked off and bounced off the dude's helmet, and then Ayuk catches it into the end zone, and it's just like you start sitting back, and Kat always taught me this. No matter how the game is going, I remember we played her once, and they were winning. She was like, "Don't worry. We'll figure out a way. We'll mess it up." And they start creeping in my head. Like, oh, Kat, no. And then when they tied up 24, I said, all right, man. Well.
and as soon as the 24-24 hit, it was like, wow. Like, I can't believe this is happening here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Sean, people keep talking about, Dan Campbell in this 4th down, right? He is the 4th down king.
Speak on it.
And they said he's done it, 20 times. He's actually successfully done it 17. So his odds have been in his favor.
Yep.
But Sean,
his players love him for it.
When does it get to be too much, though? Because games are falling on it. Like, this game, they needed those 6 points. They lost by 3 points, Sean.
Yep. And in the end of the day, you need it to be a healthy medium. But I've said this before. When you get taken to the dance, you dance with the one that brung you. If this is what he does, let's not forget, go all the way back to opening day. You and I were on that night when the Chiefs and the Lions played 4th down in their own territory in the 30-yard line, and he runs a fake punt. This is who he is. This is why Detroit loves him so much. You have to go with that. You can't ask him to be sensible and let's go with analytics now. No, he's going to do what he does best.
Look, Scott said it was too much a second time. The second time. And to just lose by that amount of points, Sean, I would have had to go away from it. I would have. At this point, you're up 24. No, wait, Sean.
Yeah,
we're up 24-7. Do we need to go for it on 20? Like, I understand when the game is close, Sean.
Yeah.
But we're talking about at the moment where it was 24-7 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
We went for it.
Yeah. But look, even my whole issue with that whole thing is, right. Hey, I'm with you guys. You got to take the point. But on the flip side, I want to go back to right before halftime. Right before halftime, they're driving. It's 21-7. They're in the red zone. But now you want to go for the points? Now you want to kick the field goal? So it's just like, wait a minute. Why is it different at this time and that time? And we all know if they would have missed it and not got it, everybody would have said, "Oh, why didn't you just take the points?" But it's just weird. At that point, he did take the points, and then every other time he's like, "No, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna be that gutsy guy." Why? Because he knew the game was slipping away from him.
Not needed. Sometimes it's just not needed. There's no point of you. There's no point. You're 24/7. You're up. It even, I don't know what show this was on ESPN, but they were saying that it even feels better, sounds better, 27-7.
Right.
There's 3 possessions that they would have to, three times they would have to get
right. You're right.
Not choosing to go for the points sounds stupid when you're up that many points.
Right.
There's times where you need to go for it, but just to be the fourth down team is, that's video game stuff, man.
Right. Now you're just doing it for no reason. There's no reason that you got to continue to do this. And look, shout out. Like I said before, we got to shout out Lisa. Oh, wait, that's not it. Here we go. Lisa Prosper came out and said, you got to take the points.
That's it. You got to take the points.
Lawrence was saying, I love how Campbell coaches, but in the playoffs, same thing. You got to take the points. And there it is. It's the truth. You in the playoffs is a different beast. In the playoffs, each quarter is almost like a game in itself. And so when you get to a point, that's why when it was 24-7.5, I was not worried that the 49ers were out of the game. I knew they could come back because there's plenty of time in that second half. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, you got to take every point you can get because you don't know when you're gonna get them. Even if you go up 24-7 or 21-7 or whatever, and then you get to this, you have to take whatever you can get, and you got to play for as much as you can get. Like, so
it's still crazy though, Sean. I just what's up, man?
What up now?
It's still crazy to me. I just don't understand why the fourth downs are gonna kill me. But we could talk about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy showed up in the second half. The first half, I know we were all thinking it. Everybody, he's just, if it doesn't work, if everything's not all working, he's just not that guy. But the second half, he ended up showing up and running the ball, Sean, doing something that I didn't see Purdy doing much at all this season. He ran the ball.
Yeah. And he did something that Lamar didn't do. He took what the defense gave him. A lot of those times, it was just because the receivers were all going deep, so the cornerbacks had their backs turned. The offense, it opened up, and he took what they gave him. And then all of a sudden, at one point, he's running out. It looks like he's going to run to the sideline. He cuts it in because there's more yards there. You know what I mean? And gets 5-10 more yards.
He clearly does not know how to slide yet. Definitely does not master the slide, because I was a little nervous for him moving the way he was. But, Sean, I feel like Detroit just let it go. I feel bad for the Lions, too.
No.
They sold the worst. It just sucks the way to lose like that. By 3 points.
We gotta take a look. We gotta take a look at what Lauren said. The bad karma stat of the day. In 1957, the Lions last won when the last won the championship. They were down to the Niners at halftime. 24-7, came back and won it. The next title next week. The score at this halftime was 24-7 in the opposite direction.
Wow. I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Lawrence, for that one. Ugh.
I wish you would have told me that before. I would have bet on that. Golly, I'm so
use
pissed,
that.
bro. I'm so pissed. I just can't believe it.
Brock Purdy is just a game manager. Yeah, no more of that. So look, and a lot of people have brought this up about game manager, this and that. In my opinion, and we talked about this, I don't think there's anything wrong with the game manager if you're getting it done. What I will say about to this point, Lawrence, Brock Purdy showed that he can be next level.
100%.
He can be elite. And
100%.
in those times, and I think one of the most underrated parts of this game was a lot of people were forgetting Brock Purdy got hurt early in the Eagles game the year before. Yes. He was really trying to get back to this. This was his moment to get back and say, I'm supposed to be here. I'm not just a random quarterback on this great team. I'm a part of this team.
100%.
Right here. Lawrence said it best.
He led that win.
He led them to that win. Perfect. Absolutely.
And I'm so sad because I was one of the ones who didn't think that Brock Purdy was going to be, but he proved me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, just like Lawrence said, I'm done believing that. 49ers took the momentum and they didn't take the foot off the gas. That's the part that sucks because it felt like, dang, Detroit, you scored 24 points in the first half and you did nothing after that. You scored one more touchdown. That's it.
Yeah, and Lisa said this. I felt bad for Goff, really wanted it to be it for him. And so I wanted to be known. I was one of Goff's biggest critics, and I'm going to say this right now. Yeah. I got to just applaud this guy. What he's been able to do, and now I don't know if you've 100%. Heard Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator that was supposed to come to Washington, has cut ties and is going to stay in Detroit. And what they've been able to do, I'm bitter. I'm not going to talk about that.
I know you're a little upset about that. I didn't even want to mention it. I was going to, but I didn't want to mention it.
But what he's been able to do with him together, I mean, look at that. We have to, let's not forget that 21 or 24 points in the first half on one of the best defenses in the league.
Yep.
I mean, I understand how the game ended, but that says something. And reverses, screen pass, draws, everything. Jared Goff was an awesome quarterback.
Yeah. It just sucks. It sucks to go out like that. But like I said, Detroit cannot be upset with their season. They did beyond what we could imagine. The thing is, last year, me and Sean were saying that Detroit was going to be making noise this year. And they did. You see the trend going up. Dan Campbell should be proud of himself. Mm-hmm. I think we should definitely reevaluate the fourth down situation, but you can't be mad. Went from a 3-13 team in three seasons to an NFC conference. You are Lions. You're fine, Lions. You'll be competitive again. Yeah, they will. I do think they'll work on their defense this offseason. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just think that they're a great team. I really do think that they are a great team. The offense, the tricks, the excitement that they brought to that fan base, Sean.
Yeah. And they believe in him. And you saw, and one of the reasons Kat was going to went to Detroit was because she was going to go to the stadium. She ended up not going, but the stadium was packed. You would have thought it was the actual game there, and they were all just watching it. They are hungry. Detroit is hungry for a winner. And I'm going to tell you something. If you look at their NBA team, you understand why. They can jump on to Michigan's, fame and everything like that.
100%.
But Detroit, the Lions want this. They're going to be back. They're going to be back in the next coming years. We'll say that right now.
Well, not too soon. I would like my team.
Oh, they will, because you're not going to be there. I'd say one team that will be there. Let them know. Bro, crew, let them know, baby.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go. Definitely a smart move for Ben Johnson. Not for us as Washington fans, but it's okay. I understand why Ben wanted to stay. Shoot, I do too. Mm-hmm. Shoot, you got something brewing over there, and there's a job to get done. After something like that, after a loss like that, Sean, the feeling is I can get it done.
Yep.
San Francisco was just here last year. They did have an injury, but their goal was we can get it done.
Right.
So I think that they should definitely run that back. He wanted to help them guys again and bring a ring to Detroit, which they deserve.
Oh yeah.
Not before the Cowboys, though.
Oh, well. I don't know. Hey. Look, hey, do we believe it? We all believe it. Why? You know what? See,
I've been trying to tell him I don't know what he's doing on his off time, guys, but something smells a little iffy to me. Sean is Every year, Washington's gonna do something, and I just playoffs. I just hope they win a game.
Really?
That's y'all.
Hey, let them know, y'all. Let them know.
Gibbs, you got a good chance. Let me tell.
Let's go.
Nobody's putting no left hand, right hands up. Nobody's doing none of that. Put your hands down. Win some games.
Let's go. So I did see that's our recap. Talked about it. I did see our boy Mr. Ferguson. There's a damn Ferguson in here. He's been hiding.
Mr. Ferguson been hiding. He started to come out the shell a little bit halfway through the season, but I did notice he went back into that nest because me and Mr. Ferguson had a little bet. He made right on that bet though. He definitely made right on that bet.
I can dig it. There you go. We gotta quickly move on. You already know the Super Bowl is set. The Kansas City Chiefs will be playing the San Francisco 49ers in Las Vegas. Be there. It's not this week. It's the week after that. So definitely stay tuned. Definitely watch the Pro Bowl, all that good stuff. We got to get into something real quick, though. NFL storylines. And I don't know if I would have put any money on this. I wish I would have. I would have put money that Taylor Swift was going to be the main topic of discussion at this year's Super Bowl.
Man.
I mean, Janae, we got to talk about this because there's a lot of talk. There's political talk. There is female identity talk. There's we care about this talk. Is she getting too much attention, and is it a problem, Janae? Talk to us.
I think it is too much attention because I don't think, not against her, nothing against Taylor Swift, love her, but I don't think she wants all that attention. I think she just wants to come and see her man play. You know what I'm saying? She just wants to be supportive. There's a whole bunch of girlfriends that go to every game. She just so happens to be one of the biggest celebrities in the world to go see her man play. But I think that you should leave her alone. Let her be at the game. You could do a pan over, for a second, because they do that with all the celebrities. But going up to the box when Travis scores, it's weird. Yeah. This is something Travis been doing since before her. They're Super Bowl champions before them two together. So it's not Taylor Swift, Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. She is dating Travis Kelce. And she's supporting him. I don't think it's anything she's doing. I think the NFL, it definitely brings the ratings. She's got the fans, the kids are all joining in. But some of these things, like I said, it's been some weird stuff, man. They're now saying it's, the NFL's rigged because now they want Taylor Swift to tell everybody to run for Democrats. It was like, yeah, but she told everybody to run for Democrats last election. Like, right. She's not just now doing it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, leave it alone. Like, this has gone wild.
It's too much.
Taylor Swift is supporting her man. I do think it's just too much of the media coverage because we got everybody talking about Taylor Swift when we should be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs going back.
Yeah.
Trying to get their third Super Bowl in 5 years.
Talking about. And to be honest with you, I think it kind of goes back to a lot of people that don't like the dynasties. They like parity. They like different teams winning. That's why the love of the Lion, the team that is never here, now they're here. Look, the NFL is a business. We know that. Okay, we know how they treat these players and these coaches and everything. It's a transaction. The NFL saw an opportunity to grow its base by sitting here and promoting Taylor Swift on the best team in the league that happens to already. Let's not act like the Chiefs are getting to the Super Bowl because of Taylor Swift or this attention. The Chiefs were already great. This is another attention. But the thing about it is, a lot of people like you and I talked about this last week. We don't want another Patriots. We don't want another dynasty of going over back to back to back. They needed something to give some excitement to this dynasty.
100%.
You don't have any outside of Kelce. Name some players. I mean, you could say Pacheco, you can say Rashid, right? All the Kadarius Toney, but these aren't like main names. These aren't big. These aren't Tyreek Hills. There's no excitement in there, so they have to bring something like this.
100%.
And it is what it is. I don't care. I don't watch enough Chiefs games to watch to see what happens. I think I'm more interested in the relationship between the mom, because I think the mom is kind of like, look, I respect everything. I'm sure we get first class everything because you here, but I love my boys even when they was playing in the backyard.
100%. 100%.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm more eager to see that. But what you think though? Like,
I just think they in love, man. They in love, man. We just got to deal with it. This is life as we know it. I agree they put Taylor on the screen way too much. People trying to focus on the football. Absolutely. That's what all I'm saying. But that being said, she is like Michael Jackson. Yeah, like people say, I don't think she's Michael. I mean, I know she's popular.
Well. We can get into that because they brought Beyonce's name up in there too. So
yeah, I know they popular. I know, but just Michael's on a whole nother.
Yeah,
like it's Michael.
But this is it though. At least it said NFL's made $331 million since he started coming to the games. The merch and sales increased media. It's financial. That's why I don't take it for anything more than this. Now the people there's a demographic that is kind of like, I don't want to see Taylor. I don't want to see this music star. Da, 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 da. And so now, and I wanted to bring this to you because there's also a group that's kind of like, oh well, if you don't want to see Taylor up here at this game and it's taken away, what does that say to your daughter that's watching? I just think everybody just wants to take the story and run with it. I mean, I don't care if she's at the game. That's great. For me, that's bringing more people. Now Kat talks 100%. About it a lot more. Like, I'm like, all right, yes.
More people. I don't see a problem with it. I just, for her, I think it may be just overwhelming because everything negative, good, bad, all of it around, it falls on her. She's not doing anything but going to see her boyfriend play, man. That's all she's doing.
Right.
Taylor didn't make the Chiefs win. It was a team effort. Yes, it was a team effort. I just don't think it's rigged. I just think.
Yeah, and I think this is it right here. I don't know about anyone else, but I love when the girls showed up for the games. Didn't matter if I was dating them. Yes, I've had certain females come to my games, and I'm just gonna say I played a little bit better. I was like, yeah, I did my thing.
I mean, you're going to do it, and the thing is, they in love. So at the end of the day, get used to it, because if they stay together, they'll be together next year and the year after that. So just get over it, man. It's all about that money. You were right, absolutely, and that's why we need to start thinking about sports being rigged or things being cheated. Because I definitely been there is. Definitely talks about that, but I don't think every game is like that, but it does happen. And I also think, it's definitely a better storyline to have, Taylor Swift and all this and the Chiefs and San Francisco, broken arm and all this to come back and have the storyline. It definitely is going to be an interesting storyline, but I don't know. We'll
hey, and Kiki in here, look, if they don't stay together, he'll be a song. And look, and I think you hit the nail on the head, Key. Let me expound on this real quick, because we got to remember something, okay? Taylor Swift grew up an Eagles fan, okay? The Chiefs beat the Eagles last year in the Super Bowl. Now, obviously, Taylor Swift was heartbroken, but then all of a sudden the next year, she dates one of the Chiefs' best players. Throughout this year, we've talked about he's distracted, he's struggling, he's this and that, but he has this great game in the playoffs. He's here. Let me ask you something. What if Taylor's whole plot was to really get him at the Super Bowl, they lose, and then she breaks up with him, and then the song and the album come out?
Why you gotta do this? Why we gotta do this? The conspiracy theory.
There it is.
Conspiracy theory.
That I just told you what's about to happen.
No. I think I know one thing. He better not mess up. Because them Swifties will get you. He better not mess up.
Come on. You want to go against? You want to get attacked? You go against some Swifties. That no, not me. Isidore, he used to be a tight end. Now he's a wide receiver.
Oh, he used to be a tight end. Now he's a wide receiver. I can hear it now, right now. I can hear it.
Let's go.
Freaking
Oh
love
man.
I love it when they walk hand in hand as her next album cover. It definitely gonna be the next album cover.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And look, and at the end of the day, that's what I do like, because I want everybody, and part of this show is to have everybody being a part of football, whatever capacity. If you just like it for half an hour on Sunday, do you? If you want to dive into it every day of the week, fine. That's the capacity. And what she does is it brings people in that normally would not care about football. And that's 100%. Her reach. The NFL made a very smart strategic move. And they said, we're going to bring her in. We're going to spotlight her. The fact that she's with the best team in the league, like, and then he might retire and he might, I want to see if they win the Super Bowl, does he kind of pick her up and then whisker his head, I'm done, guys, and just walk off into the sunset? Like, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a movie today.
I'm retiring.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a movie. I can't wait to see it. Oh, man. Yeah, but let us know. Let us know how you yep. Oh, yeah. They absolutely did the same thing with Jessica Simpson and Tony Romo. And yeah, but the only problem is Romo was never close to the Super Bowl. Yeah, let's get it.
Oh man, Jessica Simpson and Tony Romo. Oh God, I remember that.
Oh,
I got the little one crying in the background. She's home.
Oh yeah,
she's home.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but Romo not a winner. Oh, why you had to go there?
Yo, we already know what it is. Hey, we appreciate y'all being here with us. We're gonna go ahead and move this thing right along, and we're getting close to the end of the show, and we're getting to the part where you gotta check the sanity, ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes I just don't know. But I think, well, I don't know. What do you think?
That make me crazy.
Does that make me crazy? With me and Sean get to basically say some things that's been on our mind, and you may think they're crazy, but in our minds, they totally make sense. Sean, what is your first? Does that make me crazy?
Yeah. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I wanna say this because I think y'all will hear what I have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a nice season for the Detroit Lions, and they've gone from worst to first. They've brought it back from the ashes. They've done what nobody thought they were going to do. But now I want you to know what Dan Campbell has built is built to last. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Lions will not go back to being the doormat of the league. No, ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Lions will go to being the next Kansas City Chiefs. Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
100% that makes you insane.
Hey, I'm just about to tell you, it's about to happen.
They're not going to be the Chiefs, though. They're not going to be the Chiefs. I was going with you until you made that last comment.
I'm just saying, watch out. Watch out. That's all I'm saying.
We got a couple insanes. It's already. Scott, I know the Cowboys make you crazy, Scott. I know. They make me crazy, too. All right. You know what, guys? It's something that's been on my brain. And the thing is, I hate to hurt my brother's feelings, but I got to do it. Because it may not sound crazy to you guys, but it may sound crazy to this guy. But I just feel that no matter what this team does, whether they get a new coach, whether they get a new quarterback, whether they freaking get rid of their owner and get brand new people in there, clean house from top to bottom, no matter what, they're always going to be losers.
I want to hear it.
They're always going to be at the bottom. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it here first because Sean seems to think that the right left hands are going up for next year. Go ahead and get your popcorn because once again, you'll be at the bottom of the NFC East eating on the couch early. Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
You know what, Sean? I had to go ahead and you just get too excited. And before you get excited, because the season's about to end, our show's about to be, the season's going to be over for our show. I don't need you getting off on this mode thinking the same thing. Because I've been your friend for over 15 years.
Okay.
Ain't nothing changing about your team.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I know my partner tries to make you feel like I'm living in delusion, but I think if there's one person on this screen that is living in delusion, she's right over here.
Oh, we playing a comeback game?
More than one time, she has predicted that her team will go to the Super Bowl. But ladies and gentlemen, I have something to say about her team. There will be no Super Bowl in sight. In fact, does that make me crazy? As long as Dak Prescott wears a Cowboys jersey, they will not make the Super Bowl.
That make me crazy.
Wow, Sean.
Gotta tell it like it is.
That hurt. You put my boy name out there. You put Dak's name out there. You're coming for my boy.
Gotta tell it like it is.
Wow.
Boom.
I'm not crying. The room is just, something going on.
There you go.
Sean.
There we go. Come on in. What you want to do?
That make me crazy. All right, Sean, I got you. There's a team that's going to let their quarterback go this offseason, which is crazy to me because I think that this quarterback should not be traded. I think he should absolutely stay with this team because I feel like they got something going, and in order to fix it, they got to fix around this quarterback. But they will make a decision to part ways with Justin Fields. Chicago will make a decision to part ways with Justin Fields. And if they do, whoever they get as the number one pick will be an epic fail, just like the rest of the quarterbacks. And that includes who everybody thinks if they're going to Chicago. Nothing will change. Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
Oh yeah, you know who that means. I'm talking about the number one pick.
I know who you mean.
No matter what, whoever goes to Chicago will be jinxed too. Because they're not going to do that to my boy Justin and blame it on Fields. It'll be any good quarterback that comes over there.
I feel for it. I feel for him. Janae, I'm telling you, I want to disagree with you, but I can't. I haven't seen anything different. I haven't seen anything different at Chicago. Well, actually, wait, I take that back. Actually, I'm not at liberty to talk about Chicago since they whooped our butt on Thursday night. I need to, we need to move on.
Well, my prediction came true. Sean, don't give me that face. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was really going to happen.
It's the down and dirty, ladies and gentlemen.
The down and dirty, ladies and gentlemen, where we get to end this wonderful show on a high note that we want to end it on. That's the beautiful thing about all of the shows on Let's Talk Football Network. The show usually ends with something positive, man. And that's what we want to bring, positivity and love on this show. So, Sean, what is your down and dirty, my brother?
Yo, I honestly, I got to shout out one of the guys that's in the comments right now. My guy, Lawrence, I don't know your last name. I'm Skilnick, I think that's what it is. Lawrence Skilnick out of Chicago, friends with Delilah and Nick, knows those guys, it was a bouncer out there, did a lot of different things. I met Lawrence in an interesting way. Lawrence, I don't know if you know this story, but I kind of met him around Martin Luther King's Day a couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
And, somebody had posted a picture of Martin Luther King and talking about we need unity and we need this. And I had made a little smart remark about, oh, well, this ain't what happened. And then, you all shouldn't believe, blah, blah. And he actually came back at me like, hey, I don't believe that. You don't just group me into that. And it kind of took me back because I was expecting something different. And I kind of, and it was weird, Janae, because I wrote, you know what, man, my bad, man. I didn't mean to couple you into that group and whatever. And I apologize. And then he was like, yeah, no problem. No problem, man. I mean, mistake. I get how you get it. And we kind of had it. And then he friended me and we've kind of gone back and forth little by little, but recently I've seen Lawrence get into the comments on this show and then on the roundtable later tonight. Check it out, 8:30.
Let's go.
But I've seen him get on that, and that to me, I love that because we're in a political season right now. I know everybody knows that, and a lot of things are being out there, and you're going to get into some conversations that might not be as comfortable. Going back to what I was saying last week, sometimes you got to take that breath, sit back, look at all the situations and say, maybe I wasn't wrong. Maybe I did generalize the situation and say, oh, couple you all in and do the very thing that I don't want somebody to do to me.
Yes.
And so in this time of the year,
100%.
I honestly want you to start to, and then it was going to be difficult because everybody's very passionate and emotional and ready to jump out. Take a step back and kind of not read the room, but just kind of think about the situation.
100%.
Think about what it is. Think about not only this is what your goals and what you want, but put yourself in somebody else's position. Why are they coming at me or at this situation in the way they are? What does this mean to them? And kind of take yourself in that and put it at, because I honestly, every time I see him comment, I think back to that situation, that interaction that could have gone very different. But we talked, we had this, and that's what Let's Talk Football is all about.
Yes.
We had that conversation. Janae, a lot of people don't know, one of the first times you and I met, it was face-to-face on the basketball court.
Oh, yeah. My boy's intense.
Come on now. Come on. And if you would have told me that day that you would have been one of my best friends for life, I don't know if I would have believed you.
Yeah.
But it was the work that was done after that reaction, after that occurrence, that built something that I cannot live without. And I love you for that. And I just love what we built here. So that's my down and dirty, man. There it is.
I love that. I absolutely love that because you're right. You never know until you talk it out, until you get it together. Because at the end of the day, some situation that seems big is really small, or something that you meant to say or you said didn't come off the right way to somebody else. And you know what I'm saying? It's so important for us to have those conversations.
Oh yeah.
And then it ends up being a beautiful flower. And look at us now, baby.
Come on.
Look at us now.
Let's
That's
go.
what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Baby. All right, so my down and dirty is, y'all know I do these inspirational quotes and I do them every morning. I love to see something positive. The one today was on the money. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. You're the pilot. You got to think about the Detroit Lions and the situation, just like somebody had said. They only had 3 game winning season or 3 game season that they won just not too long ago. But now look at them. They're in the NFC Championship. They may not have won it, but look what they were. Look where they came from.
Oh, yeah.
That's the same thing with us. We may not be where we want to be today, but we're the pilot. We dictate how much effort and how much time and how much perseverance we're going to put towards something, right? And in 3 years, we could be where we were and then look back at where you are today and say, man, if I would have gave up. The good news is You are the pilot. There are going to be bad days, ladies and gentlemen. We all know they come.
Oh, yeah.
Days where you don't feel like getting out of bed, days where you don't feel like putting in the work. There are going to be bad days. The good news is you're the pilot to dictate your day. So if you wake up in a bad mood or not feeling well or not wanting to push forward, think about some positive things. Get through the day, because by the end of the day, you'll look back and say, dang, what if I didn't go to work today? I would have missed the surprise thing or the award that I got today. You just never know what's going to happen. So the bad news is time flies, but the good news is you are the pilot. Let's go.
Come on now. Let's go. I love that. Oh, I like that. Come on now.
Woo! Yo, so we thank you guys so much for tuning in on this show. We know we came in a little bit early, but we don't take it lightly that you guys decided to join with us today, man. If you like the show, please like the episode on our page and share it. We totally appreciate it. Tell somebody about the show. Let's Talk Football is a big football family, man. No judgment here. You guys are family, just like me and Sean are family. So we're excited of where the show is going. We need y'all to tune in next Monday. We're definitely going to talk about it because you guys will get our predictions. We saw y'all talking about who we think is going to win, but we're not going to do it until next week. Y'all got to get the real taste from us. So tune in.
I was going to run this by you, but I mean, let's do it right now. We've done this in the past. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are watching, man, next week, we're going to send you that link just for you to be on brief.
Yes.
I mean, hey, you can't be on here for no 10 to 15 minutes. We need brief picks. Why you think, who's going to win, why you think they're going to win, who's going to be in the MVP. We want to get your voice out there so you can make your picks, and we'll go back later and see who came closest to the score, who won X, Y, and Z. We do this every year, and this is something that brings us into the Super Bowl. So stay tuned for that, because you want to be a part of that.
Let's go. We need y'all to chime in, man. We're definitely going to send a link out. Chime in. We got to know who you guys pick, because it's going down. Woo, I can't wait, Sean. It is going to be a great Super Bowl. We got our picks. We know what's happening. But we're going to talk about it, man. So tune in next week, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here. Right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube. It's going down. Sean, we got to get out of here. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football. We'll see y'all next week, baby. Have a great week. Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. So funny. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk